I'm sharing another super interesting piece of research that I wish everybody knew about. Today we're going to be talking about microchimarism. It sounds like it's a really fancy term, but it's not. It's using the root word chimera, which is some sort of like Greek mythology animal made up of different types of animal thing. And then the micro part just means small. So what we're going to be talking about specifically is fetal maternal microchimerism. All this means is that whilst an individual is pregnant and has a fetus inside of them, cells from the mother go into the fetus and cells from the fetus go into the mother. This is not at all new information, but it was only until we had DNA testing we understood that you could draw the blood of a individual who's pregnant by 10 weeks and know the sex of the baby just by looking for Y chromosomes. The part that does start getting weird is that we know that some of the cells from the fetus stay in the mother and some of the cells from the mother stay in the fetus. And so they have found male DNA in women's livers and their heart and even their brains 30 years after they gave birth. So those cells are somehow crossing the blood-brain barrier. I have 2 sons. I potentially have male neurons in my brain. By the way, this doesn't just happen between fetus and mother. This happens with organ transplants, and there are other ways. It's not surprising that we don't fully understand what the implications of that are, but we do have some ideas. There's research showing that some of these fetal cells have gone to mothers' hearts to repair damaged tissue. There's also a lot of evidence to suggest that this is responsible for potential autoimmune diseases. Of all of the individuals who have autoimmune diseases, 80% of them are women. So apparently there's like some good and some bad, and evolutionarily it's all still being sorted out. But none of that to me is the crazy part. The crazy part has to do with family lineage. So let's think through this. I have 2 sons, the first of whom, Andrew, I have some of Andrew's cells in my body. Then I become pregnant with my second son, Max. I still have Andrew's cells in my body, meaning that Max may have some of Andrew's DNA in his body. But it gets crazier from there. So my mom is an only child, but what if my mom had an older brother or sister? That would potentially mean that I have the DNA of aunts and uncles in me because it was already in her when she got pregnant with me. And then of course your grandmother's DNA as well. I want to reiterate this just in case it isn't clear. So based on microchimerism and its properties, if you have older siblings, there is a chance that you have the DNA of your older siblings in your own body. You also may have the DNA of your parents' older siblings in your body. And you also may have the DNA of your grandmother, your maternal grandmother in your body. What does this mean? I don't know. I'm linking a review article here for anybody who wants more.